Got
he wouldn't
somewhere
even
else
say
for you
that.
to go.
He wouldn't even say that, bro. Like, he just probably pull up and be like, sir, hey, it said you're supposed to turn left here. You start talking and start doing that talk on you. Look, next thing you know, you're in front of the station.
Listen, it's a beautiful place. It really, really is. But when I hear stuff like that,
On demand. Talking about you got to know
it's
your...
my husband.
Got to be on your P's and Q's. What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction.
Sir.
Super excited about this video. If you're new to us
And we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
In this episode of the Infographic Show, European behaviors considered rude in other countries. In parts of the UK, it's okay to turn up at a friend's house and just let yourself in through the back door, perhaps without even knocking. That sort of behavior could land you in hot water elsewhere in the world. Most Europeans leave their shoes on.
Yo,
when
let's just
entering-
ask the question now. Just because it's considered rude to other people, is it rude?
Like to us? Is it rude to us?
Just, yeah, but we didn't call anything rude. That's why I said other people. You know what I'm saying?
If it's a good friend, that's not really rude, you know?
I'm just talking about in general. We're going to go beyond what they're asking here. We're just talking about it in general. Like, the bumping. I think bumping was one thing that we've seen around the world that people do normally when they're walking past each other. And they don't find it rude because they're just walking by. But other people around the world, I know for a fact, they're going to say, hey, can you say excuse me?
You can't do that in the South.
You can't do that here. Like, is it still considered rude? Like, how do you come off? Like,
it just depends on what the behavior is, though.
You guys move abroad, or y'all live in another location, and you still have some of your movements that you do in your neck of the woods, but you take it with you. Do you sit back and try to explain yourself to why things happen when you come into an altercation that may be rude to somebody else? Or do you just get upset and be like, nah, like, you shouldn't have spoke on that.
No, I feel
you
like...
shouldn't have said nothing, sir. So I do my thing around here.
No, if a person moves to a culture where, you know, certain things are not, you know, acceptable, like, you move there. So
Yeah.
You got to be accountable for what you do.
Yeah.
So, but walking in your friend's house, it just depends on the level of friendship or a level of family membership.
Yeah. Nah, that definitely happened before. That happened before. People definitely just walked in the door. Be like, yo, anybody
Don't
know?
be eating my food, though.
They go straight to the fridge.
No.
Sometimes they go...
I was waiting on that meal.
They go straight to the game. Sometimes they go straight to the whatever you got going on that
house or religious building. This is considered to be extremely rude in Southeast Asia, where shoes should be left outside the home. Line jumping is a big issue in most of Europe and particularly in the UK, but in parts of Asia, it is considered perfectly acceptable and even expected. On the subway in Asia, you will see passengers rush towards the last empty seat. In Europe, they would normally look around and decide who needs the seat most. It is okay to sit with your feet up in most of Europe, whereas in most Buddhist countries, this is considered deeply offensive. The feet are considered a dirty part of the body and should be out of sight most of the time. Likewise, a pat on the head is considered a friendly gesture in London, but it could land you in deep trouble in Bangkok. The head is a holy, sacred part of the body and not to be interfered with.
Okay, I just don't want you to touch my hair. That's the thing. Just don't touch my hair. I have a problem with people touching my hair. Especially when I comb my hair out with an afro. Y'all see my hair. That's why y'all don't see my afro that much, because it take a lot to, you know, get it perfect.
Like, that's just like being around somebody who got to do that 3-hug method before they actually say hello.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, how are you? Oh my God, look at you, come here.
Yes.
Yeah, all that stuff. I'd be like, just put it there.
Right.
Just put it there.
And
Like,
you need some extra cologne that day anyway.
oh.
If you drop a coin in Europe, it isn't the end of the world to use your feet to stop it from rolling away. But in parts of Asia, this is considered disrespectful to the royal family and the nation, and is considered totally rude. Never step on a coin.
Seriously?
Nudity is considered acceptable on most of Europe's beaches, with women often sunning themselves in their birthday suits. In parts of Asia, America, and the Middle East, this could get you locked up. Recently, a woman was arrested for walking through the streets of Bangkok naked. Walking around shirtless, if you're a male, is considered almost as rude in Thailand, especially if you happen to have tattoos and you're eating or drinking at the same time. In fact, in the Philippines, it will...
Babe, we gotta get you, the scuba diver, long suits.
They say with your shirt off though. They can
And tattoos.
but I think it's
tattoos
a
all
combination of tattoos and shirtless energy they're talking about. That's how I'm trying to make it sound for me at least. Because if I got tattoos and I got to cover everything up, it's like...
You're just going to have you in the whole...
Just put me in one of them ammo suits.
Leotard.
Or something. Animal suit. Ammo suit, just I walk around with an ammo suit on. Just tell everybody hello.
Gonna stay on the resort. In the room.
See what y'all did. Now we can't go out to the
pool.
sea. Now we can't go to the street or nothing. And that's what we want to be with it. You feel me? But these rules are different, man.
Actually get you locked up. The Japanese also dislike the walking and eating thing, although the younger generations seem to be cooler with it. Public displays of affection, such as holding hands and kissing, are perfectly normal in, say, Paris or Rome, but taboo in most of the Middle East and Asia. In the US, you should refrain from kissing somebody who isn't a friend, lover, or family member. In Europe, it's okay to get close to people, even to embrace strangers with a kiss. This is taboo in most other countries. Conversely,
strangers with a kiss.
I just gotta be honest. Though these rules may be taboo and funny, you can get a real offense, like in these different countries, bro. Like people can really go crazy because you did something that doesn't normally happen. The jail sentence can be crazy because you know what I'm saying. Like you really gotta take
so simple.
You gotta really look at this in a different light at some point.
Yeah.
Like this is some serious stuff too. It may not. It sound funny at some point, but this is some serious stuff.
It is. Like the recent cases that we have seen, and I don't want to put them out on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you need to read up on the laws before you go there.
I mean, that was a very unavoidable situation, but that was
something here that we would do just so freely.
I feel like that person knew that individual lacked information and used that against him and got him in big trouble.
Oh, the girl who touched the lady arm.
Lack of information. Yeah.
Baby, I don't even want to lay over it.
Londoners are
It's crazy.
very aware of social space, especially when walking in large cities. They may become angered if other commuters simply stop in front of them on the sidewalk or stand at the bottom of a set of escalators. Londoners are always aware of others' public space and don't step inside it. This display of anger over territorial space in a public area simply baffles most Asians, who have a much more relaxed perception of space, time, and travel. Europeans consider it very rude to enter an elevator before first letting the people inside exit. In Asia, they do it all the time. Americans are sticklers for please and thank yous, whereas in Europe, lack of polite particles are often overlooked and accepted. In London, the punk group the Sex Pistols openly mocked the royal family. That sort of behavior would see you behind bars in many countries. Also, television comedian Rowan Atkinson openly mocks the eccentricities of his own countrymen, which is something that could put you in hot water in other parts of the world. Most countries outside of Europe are super sensitive about their national flag, so never joke about the flag or use it in an offensive manner. In America, insulting the flag, the Constitution, the bald eagle, military veterans, or in any other way insulting the patriotic status quo is to be avoided. Chewing gum is normal in much of Europe, but illegal in Singapore.
We talk about ourselves. We talk about each other. We talk about everybody.
Yeah, that is facts.
But people don't play about their flag.
Nah.
They don't. I saw somebody... They was doing a music video with a flag or something, and just a person who saw them doing it came and grabbed the flag out their hand, and it was a big mess. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're real like they're really from the soil. Like they hold that flag with pride. Like real talk. Like it's different from.
Pointing in Europe is considered okay, but not okay in many other countries. In Europe, it is considered rude to ask people their age, but in parts of Asia, it is essential. Once you establish their age, you can employ the appropriate polite particles while engaging in conversation. While writing someone's name in red ink is usually okay in Europe, it is not something you want to do in Korea. In Europe, it is considered rude not to look someone in the eye when talking to them. In the Middle East, however, women are not supposed to make eye contact with men, as it is considered both rude and flirtatious. Travelers to Dubai have received lengthy jail sentences for public kissing. In 2009, a British couple were caught publicly kissing and were handed a 3-month prison sentence before being deported. An Indian couple, also in Dubai, were sentenced to 1 year in prison after hugging in a taxi. The taxi driver drove them directly to the police station and handed them in.
Not the
Also,
taxi driver.
traveling to the United
Wait
Arab...
a minute, I'm telling you.
Boys.
Not the taxi driver.
I will be so hurt.
Hugging? got
He wouldn't
somewhere
even
else
say
for you
that.
to go.
He wouldn't even say that, bro. Like, he just probably pull up and be like, sir, hey, it said you're supposed to turn left here. You start talking and start doing that talk on you. Look, next thing you know, you're in front of the station.
Listen, it's a beautiful place. It really, really is. But when I hear stuff like that,
On demand. Talking about you got to know
it's
your...
my husband.
Got to be on your P's and Q's.
No, when I hear stuff like that, that just makes me not want to go.
This is like
Seriously.
sensitive to a dog. When you make that whistle and the dog start going crazy, that's how people are when you do something in their country or their location that's just not necessarily a thing you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
They get real sensitive.
Yeah.
Like, they get so irritated with you. Like, man.
Emirates, make sure you leave any cough, cold, or headache remedies at home or get a full doctor's prescription, as many over-the-counter drugs in Europe are banned, with travelers receiving heavy sentences for bringing them into the country. So wherever you travel to and whoever you travel with, make sure you do a little research into the do's and don'ts and the country's customs before booking that flight. It might just save you from some severe embarrassment or worse, a legal nightmare. And while you're at it, you should also research who is the best website builder and platform. We're positive the answer you'll find is
we're gonna cut that short right there, bro. Let's be real here. This is uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable.
Because if you're not aware, if you're not knowledgeable, like, who sits back and say the do's and don'ts of a location when I pull up? Because people really think they finna go have a vacation, of free time to just have fun, and next thing you know, you are fine with something, your sentence is something, you're getting scorned at by the public, like, all because you didn't know.
Yep. All
It's
because
tough.
you didn't know.
It's tough.
It is tough. You know, that's why it just makes traveling a little, I don't know.
Who knew traveling was that risky?
Just a hug. That's my husband.
It's risky. Risky business.
Still gonna travel.
What about a long
But
What about a long handshake? Like, would that be costly? Like, people are watching,
it
obviously.
depends on where you are. That's why you gotta look up the laws of everything.
But a long handshake? What if you're left-handed, you shake hands with left hand and be like, oh, that's your... You're not supposed to touch people with your left hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have an awareness, bro. Like, you gotta know what's going on where you at.
Thinking about, like, kids, like, certain things.
Kids do all the time. What if kids hug? They're children. Like, are we gonna still look at them in their eyesight? I don't know. Like, I need information.
Oh no, see, that make it even trickier.
I need information.
We travel with our children everywhere. Like,
yes, like, and our children love on each other. Like, they clown with each other.
Yeah.
We're a loving
you're
family.
My best
like,
friend. Yeah,
facts,
like,
you gonna split the family up for that?
I'm going to jail for hugging my person. What? Listen.
Y'all know C likes to give me them eyes. Like what if you do one of them at the table and
Can't do that.
and I start
Lord.
to get all warm inside? Somebody come hit the boom, sir, ma'am. Y'all can't do that here. What we do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
On a plane. That's what we doing back home. Shoot, but we still gonna travel.
Yeah,
but,
ain't stopping nothing.
We still gonna be looking up. No, there's that one place. It's beautiful. I just don't see me.
No, I feel you. I just think people need to do their research before pulling up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Do research. We in 2023, y'all.
Yeah. Let us know some of your, like, crazy stories like that. Have you heard of a story like that? Have you been in that position?
Yeah.
Let us know. All right. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.